Hey everyone, this is Rabbia's blog, and welcome to my in theater movie reviews. So today's in theater movie review I'll be doing today is Men in Black International. And before I get into my thoughts about this movie, I would like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted up every Sunday and Monday. It could be Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Sunday evenings, or Monday morning, Monday nights, and Monday evenings, depending on when I can get the videos posted up. And if you happen to see any videos posted up through the week, that must mean that there was a bit of TV show or movie news released during the week that I wanted to cover. So those would be considered special videos. And now let's get on with this review. So I've noticed lately I've been going to a lot of movie reviews, movie theaters lately, or I've been watching a lot of movies in theaters lately, which is awesome because that means I get a chance to do like little reviews about the movies that were just recently released. So if you want to help me watch more movies and do more reviews like this from the newest movies, please feel free to support me on Patreon. And if you don't want to pledge to my Patreon account, then I do have this PayPal money pool that you can go to and put in a few coins and stuff like that to help support this channel or help support me so I can start going out to more movie theaters and do more movie reviews in the near future. But yes, I have started off a PayPal money pool, so you could check out the money pool, the link for the money pool in the description box below if you want to instead just contribute a little to my money pool instead of pledging to me as an alternative. So now let's get into the review of this movie of Men in Black International. So what this movie is all about is that we're introduced to two new ages named Agents H and Agent M. And the beginning of the movie shows us how Agents H and M came to be. We get to see how Agent M was like a young child and she saw an alien in her room, and that was when she started to notice that aliens existed, and she finds out about the Men in Black and she wanted to join the Men in Black. So now throughout this movie she's like a rookie and she's trying to learn some moves from the Men in Black and how to be a proper Men in Black. And then Chris Hemsworth's character, Agent H, we see that he was praised as a hero, but you notice there's something going on behind there that the audience doesn't really know about. Something mysterious about that. So the movie kind of unravels the mystery about Agent H throughout the movie. And meanwhile, both Agents H and M are trying to stop this alien race from attaining this magical jewel that can destroy universes or can be used to open up portals to other dimensions, and they try to prevent that jewel from getting into the wrong hands. And doing all that, it appears that there's a mole in the Men in Black headquarters. So Agents H and M try to figure out who's the mole of the Men in Black headquarters, so they can prevent that mole from ruining everything about the Men in Black. So what are my thoughts about this film? I actually really enjoy this film. Like, I remember I used to grow up watching the Men in Black movies when I was little that feature Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. I've only seen the first two movies so far. I haven't seen the third one yet. Before everybody told me Emma Thompson actually reprised her role in this movie from the third movie. But again, I haven't seen the third movie yet, so I'm not sure what role Emma Thompson was playing in the third movie. But anyway, I noticed that the tone of this particular movie was much lighter in tone compared to the previous Men in Black movies I've seen. Like, I've seen the first Men in Black movie and it can get pretty disturbing at times, but this one is like all high power action throughout, and which I really enjoyed that. I think the action scenes were done very well, like the special effects were done very well. I enjoy seeing the action sequences of Agents H and M like fighting against the aliens and fighting against the big bads in this film. And I like the special effects that were used for the laser blast that Agents H and M used to shoot up the aliens. And then I also like the little moments between Agents H and M. Like, they have a lot of great banter between them. Like, it reminds me a lot of Chris Hemsworth's and Tessa Thompson's banter in Thor Ragnarok, which is where they both came from. So their banter is very similar to the one for Thor Ragnarok. Like, Tessa Thompson plays the more serious Agent M, and Chris Hemsworth plays the more jokey Agent H. So you get to see that same chemistry that they had in Thor Ragnarok appear in this movie too. And I do like the fact that we finally got a Men in Black movie after all these years. Like, I was actually surprised that we got a new Men in Black movie that was just released recently, because it's been years since I've seen the Men in Black franchise. Like, I thought they stopped that franchise after Men in Black 3, but I was surprised that they're actually making another movie about the Men in Black series. And I'm not sure if this is a spinoff or not, which I'll go into the cons section in a few minutes about this movie. So here's some problems that I did have with this movie. Like, I wish that they developed the characters a little more. Like, I feel like we don't know a lot about Agents H and M. All I know about Agent M is that she grew up, she noticed that there were aliens when she was little, and she wanted to explore more about the aliens, so that's why she joined the Men in Black agency. And then we find out a little bit about Agent H, about his past, and how his past is like a big plot twist for this movie. And even though I do like the way that the plot twist was handled very well at the end, towards the end of the movie, I do think that the conflict at the end of the movie went by a little too fast. Like, I think they could have had more moments between the characters before, the conflict got started. So I do felt like that the ending was a bit rushed. And then I have some issues about whether or not this is a spin-off or a sequel or what not. Like, because Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones didn't reprise their roles in this movie, I'm not sure if this is like a spin-off or a sequel to the Men in Black series. Um, at least what I've read on TV tropes, that says some kind of spinoff. So if it is, that's a good way to expand more on the Men in Black universe, like focus on different agents, um, and just see more of the Men in Black world from somebody else's point of view instead of just Will Smith's and Tommy Lee Jones' point of view. Sort of like the X-Men movies, like Fox's X-Men movies, where you have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine pop up in movies like X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past, just to show the audience that we're still in the same X-Men universe that love. It's just we're going to focus on different characters, and maybe that's what this movie is all about. Like, they have some characters from the previous franchise, like as I mentioned before, Emma Thompson showing up in Men in Black 3. So at least she came from the original trilogy somewhat. But I still would have liked to see Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones make an appearance in this movie, just so we could confirm, this takes place in the same universe as the previous Men in Black movies. It's just we're going to focus on different agents this time around instead of the same agents we focus on in the last three movies. But overall, I did really enjoy this movie. So my verdict on this movie is buy it. Definitely buy this movie. If you're a huge fan of the Men in Black series, I think you'll definitely enjoy this movie. You don't really have to watch the previous Men in Black movies to really understand this movie, because I think this movie, it wants to be its own thing. So that's the good part, is that you don't have to watch the previous movies to understand what's really going on, unless you want to know what the Men in Black franchise is all about. Then yeah, you could go ahead and watch the previous movies, but I don't think you necessarily have to watch this movie, because these are different characters. This is a different setting. The circumstances is a little different from the first three movies, so you don't necessarily have to watch the first three movies to understand this particular movie. So now let's get into my sound effects reviews. Uh-huh. So that's my sound effects reviews for Men in Black International. And tell me in the comments below, have you seen Men in Black International? And if you have, do you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Please let me know in the comments down below. And also let me know, have you seen the previous Men in Black movies with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones? And if you had, did you enjoy those movies more than this movie? Or do you think this movie was better than the previous three Men in Black movies? Please let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter so I can keep you updated on any new videos I post up. And also, like my Facebook page. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit's Blog, and I'll see you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to support this channel, then I invite you to join the exclusive community over at my Patreon account. You will have the opportunity to chat about movies, TV shows, video games, and animation with me and other fellow patrons. Thanks for the support. You guys rock.